Hey guys, I thought I'd do a real quick video and give you guys a walkthrough of our campsite and just run through some of the products that we're using. So obviously first thing is the Land Cruiser, so a 76 series Land Cruiser. I do have a full walkthrough on that vehicle, but some of the features for camping, I suppose, is we're just running a Engel 40 litre fridge with a 100 amp hour Enerdrive lithium battery in the back, drifter drawers, and all the normal four drive accessories, awnings, shower tent, all that sort of stuff. So that's what we're using on the car. Like I said, if you want to know more about the car, there's a full walkthrough on that. So the camper trailer we've been using on our camping trips is an Ultimate Elite Silver. It's a 2012 model, so it's coming up to 10 years now, and we're finding we love it. So inside is a king size bed, a galley kitchen, and an Engel upright fridge. I think it's about 100 litre. We're running, just upgraded the batteries, we're running twin 100 amp lithiums in this. And so in the camper we keep the food in the fridge in there, and the car fridge is basically just a drink fridge at the moment. So some of the features we like about this camper trailer is it's light, easy to tow, good amount of ground clearance, and pretty much we can take this camper trailer anywhere we want. So our campfire setup, we're using the Snow Peak fire pit, but we're using the Drifter Stockton grill mesh on top. Now the reason we went to the Drifter Stockton grill mesh is it's just a straight across grill. It's much easier to clean than the Snow Peak one. Our cast iron skillet is by Campfire Australia. I think it's the 30 centimetre one, but we love this, cook on this all the time. Even if you just have a ground fire, you can just shove that on the coals or whatever. That's awesome bit of kit. The billy is a zebra billy, and we did buy this from the drifter shop, stainless steel billy. I just wanted a billy for on the fire, and that's what this one gets used for, so that's why it's all black and horrible. The camper trailer, we have a kettle inside that doesn't go on the fire. That's the zebra one as well, but it's an actual proper kettle. The Drifter Snow Peak fire pit bag, the one that come in got a bit crappy, so we've bought a new bag for the fire pit. This one's really nice. It's from Undercover Australia. So when we're cooking with charcoal, I normally use Pitt Brothers charcoal, but sometimes I can't get it, and now I've been using a bit of charcoal from Bunnings. But the bag we keep it in is a Drifter charcoal bag. I think it's the large. It's just Velcro top there. This is a really handy bag. I actually got two of these. They're just really handy for all sorts of things. You could even carry a little bit of timber in there if you wanted to. And I used one for a while for my recovery gear. That was good too. Handy bag. To light the charcoal, using the Uniflame charcoal starter. This is the large charcoal starter. Just folds open like this, and you got yourself a large charcoal starter. Makes it so much easier to light the charcoal or heat beads if you haven't got a fire going. Sometimes I just chuck it on the fire and it goes, but this makes it so much easier. And I've got a little flat bag that packs in, just sits in the drawer of the car. So and this wood sling I've been using is a Drifter wood sling. I think you can buy these anywhere. I used to use a bit of rope first, but this is really handy. Just lay that down on the ground, throw all your sticks or wood in it, whatever you're collecting, and then just walk back to camp, because often when you're at camp now in over camp places, you've got to walk a fair way to get a good bunch of sticks. So that's been really handy. So the chairs we've been using, Natasha's using the Drifter Stockton. It's like a recliner. I don't know if it has a special name or whatever, but that's from Drifter Stockton. And I've been using the Helinox chair. This is the Helinox Sunset chair. Now I really like this chair. Tash really likes this chair. We have two of each. That's just what we prefer to sit in. And our little coffee table, all it is just one of these little Wanderer. I think I got this from 10 bucks from BCF, just a little chair. So that's all often handy as a little chair as well. And I just sit the chop board on top, and that's our coffee table. Now I made this chop board, and this chop board suits the drifter drawers and sits in top next to the cutlery tray. So it's a neat fit in across the top of the drawer. One of the things you don't see on the videos is our toilet. Now we're always carrying a toilet around, and this one is the, I think it's a Thetford porta potty 145. Now this is a pretty old toilet. We've just been using this for a long time. We always carry this. It's a lot easier. We're not leaving anything behind in the bush. And the bag, we just not long bought this bag. It's from Blacksmith Camping Supplies. So it's got the PVC bottom, canvas top, zips up, carry handles. You can load that in and out of the boot of the camper. Makes life so easy. But if we happen to need a toilet tent, we do have one in the front of the camper. It's pretty old, but we also have the shower tent on the car itself. That leads me on to showers. Then we get to showers. So for showers, we've been using this kick-ass lithium shower. Now it's just a little battery operator. It's got a lithium battery in here. It's rechargeable, and you just drop this in a bucket of water. And we've been using this bucket. It's about 10 litres. We can both get a shower from 10 litres. What we normally do is if we're near a creek or a water source, we can gather the water from there. We normally do it in the morning. If it's summertime or warmer weather, you can sit the bucket in the sun, and that's going to be warm enough for a shower by the night. Now if not, like today it's a bit cool, I'm just going to be having that billy sitting on top of the fire, and I will boil the billy, pour it in, get another billy out, and just keep warming up the water like that. And you'll find that, you know, 2 or 3 billies and full, and then the water is warm enough for a shower. And we find to, instead of showering at night when it's freezing cold, have a shower early arvo, and that's a bit better, especially as the weather cools down. It doesn't really matter in summer, like in the warmer months here in Australia. You can, like I said, just get that bucket of water out of the creek in the morning. It's going to be warm enough, and you can have a nice shower 7:30 at night. But that's all we do for a shower, nothing too fancy. We do have the Julka hot tap at home and the full Julka tent and everything, but I find for what we do, that does the job fine. Now if we're going to go somewhere and camp for a week with the family, I'd probably take that and do the whole setup, but for what we do, that little shower works fine. Sometimes I do bring a chainsaw, especially if it's going into the mountainous areas where you think there might be a tree across the track, but I'm also a lot of the time not bringing the chainsaw. That's mainly because if you're camping in a national park or whatever, you can't use one. But we're in a state forest this weekend. Brought the chainsaw in case there was a tree across the track. The chainsaw I use is a Stihl MS 180. That's a handy little saw. Didn't just buy that for four-wheel driving, it's for around home as well. But if we don't have that in the car, carrying around a silky big boy, probably seen me use that a few times. This get you out of trouble if you need to. Like obviously if you come to a big tree across the track, it's going to be a fair bit of work with that little thing if you don't have a saw, but be surprised what you can do if you have to. So I'm always carrying that little silky saw, and also carrying a little tomahawk too, a Fiskar X7. This little thing's great for splitting up timber and stuff like that. And bigger axe, this one's always in the car too. This thing's pretty good too, the Fiskar X27. So they're always with me. If the chainsaw's not, these guys are always there with me. Another thing I'm always carrying is this Ryobi blower. So this is very handy. Couple of purposes for this. Helps lighting the fire, helps lighting the charcoal. Also blowing the dust off the back of the camper. If we've been down a dusty track, we can just blow the back of the camper off. And the car, you can blow the dust off the car. I know you might think that's not much, but if you're leaning in and out of the car all the time, you've been down a dusty track full of bull dust, before you know it, you're just filthy. So we give the car and the camper a quick dust off, and you're not getting filthy every time you touch something. So I think I've covered over most things we use around the campsite here today. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or if I've missed something, ask me in the comments below and I'll let you know what we're using. Thanks guys. Hey guys, I thought I'd do a real quick video on, just give you the, now the camera's on, I can't talk.
Was I in that shot?
Yeah.
I had the phone initially.
Yeah.